So I want to talk to you a little bit about the things that I have learned in my time as a fitness coach. I know I talk a lot about faith and God, and it is the most important part of my life. It is the cornerstone of everything that I do. But as a health and fitness coach, I have had to learn a lot about what it means for my personal journey to get healthy. And so I've done a lot of research. I've studied with our trainers. I've done probably close to 30 of our programs. And I'm doing a program right now, and the first 8 to 15 minutes he takes us through mobility and stability. So you're doing a lot of stretching. I've never done a program like this before. It's 45 minutes. Normally I try to stick to 30 minutes, but I have a lot of physical things. I got a lot of hardware in my body. I have thoracic outlet. So basically, like, I used to have double J boobs. I had a breast reduction about 11 years ago. And so I had thoracic outlet. So it ate all of the nerve endings in my neck. So my hands and arms are weak. Or can be weak. And so with the hardware in my ankle, because I was in a boot for so long, it made my other hip wonky. And so there's just a lot of things physically that have gone on in my body. And so I think the thing that I have learned, first of all, in the last 5 years, is that you should always be growing. You should always be learning. You know, I always focused on wanting to lift heavy. I'm not a cardio fan just because I have 13 pins and a plate in my ankle. So any kind of high impact anything is not, I don't enjoy it. And I have learned that if you don't enjoy the exercises that you're doing, you're just not going to do them. And any exercise is better than no exercise. So we have programs anywhere from 10 and 20 minutes to 30 minutes, 45 minutes, up to an hour. P90X, if you've ever heard of that, Tony Horton, those workouts, some of them are an hour and a half. So depending on your level of fitness and your desire to exercise and the time that you have, you know, that's what we really talk about when you're considering joining our workout program. But the thing I think that is most important to understand is that everybody is different. Everybody is on their own journey. In the last 2 programs that I've done, the last one was with our gut protocol program. It really helped me to realize that you don't have to do high impact, crazy workouts to get results. I've lost 80 pounds with our programs. I have gained 20 back in the last year with all of the thyroid and hormone things that I've been dealing with. And so that's been really frustrating, but I haven't ever wavered in my commitment to fitness because I have heart disease in my family, diabetes, cancer, and I know that you can't out exercise certain things, but I also know that it's been more of like a therapy issue for me. It's like, it's free therapy. If only we would eat clean food and exercise instead of taking a pill and going, to a therapist, I think it would really help a lot. Not to say that those things aren't valuable. I think there is huge value in talking out your issues. But I think sometimes we run to other people, into a pill, into a diet, and a quick fix instead of running to Jesus, which is the ultimate healer, and the one who is really going to be able to work the things out inside of us that we need to. So it's interesting when someone joins our workout group and they really commit emotionally and spiritually to the program, because I'll have them message me and they'll be like, I broke down in the middle of my workout today, like sobbing, bawling, crying. And to me, this is amazing because this has happened to me 3 times in the last 5 years. And what happens when we hold in all of the things that we, deal with because we're so afraid to be vulnerable. We're so afraid to dig up the things of our past that have hurt us. They still sit inside of us. Like, they're still in there. And so when you have that kind of a breakthrough in a workout, like, it's an incredibly healing moment. And I praise them. I'm like, oh my gosh, that is amazing. Not everybody experiences that. Like, it's interesting what happens. Our bodies, God created our bodies in such an incredible way. And it's amazing what happens when we actually start to fuel ourselves, hydrate ourselves, rest ourselves, and move our bodies the way they were intended. And so I guess the thing that I have taken away in the last 5 years is that you don't have to work out for an hour. You don't have to do crazy cardio jumping things. If you enjoy that, great. I personally do not. You have to find the thing that is going to feed you and fuel you and give you joy so that you look forward to doing it again tomorrow. I still struggle with, always feeling motivated to do my workout, but I'm always disciplined. I built the discipline over the last 5 years, and I've seen what happens when I really commit to a program. And it's quality over quantity. You don't have to lift heavy weights. You don't have to do a ton of push-ups. You don't have to do a ton of anything. You need to listen to your body and your brain first off, and trust that whatever program, whoever has designed it, is doing it in a way that, for Beachbody trainers anyway, that these people are certified. Like, I know that Amala is going to give me an amazing workout because he's gone through and done the wrong things. He's learned over time how to functionally train someone. We sit so much throughout the day that our bodies, our fascia built up around all of these things, these injuries in our body that we haven't worked out, and it just becomes pain points, so that when we go to try to do a workout or go to try to do something that's better for us or healthy or walking, we have all of this pain. It keeps us from wanting to continue because of the amount of sitting that we do. Has really we've become a lazy society. We've become such a conditioned to sit in front of the TV, sit and scroll on our phones, sit at your office. And we forget that our bodies were created to move. Our bodies were created to eat healthy, whole foods that God put in the ground. And so we've really got to, first of all, give ourselves grace, give our bodies grace because of the things that we have done in the past, the things that are still sitting inside of us that we haven't found a way to get out yet. And whether it's therapy or exercise, whatever the thing is that you need to do, I highly recommend that you really sit in prayer and ask the good Lord, like, what is it that I need in my life actually? And then be willing to sit and listen and wait for him to tell you, and then be diligent in the things that he's leading you to, because so many times we pray, he answers, and then we just don't want to do whatever he says. And so you really have to ask yourself, am I willing to do the work it's going to take to become the person I want to be and live in the body I want to be? It's something that you can only make the choice to do. So I highly encourage you to sit in those moments and pray over your life, your body, your family. What kind of lessons do you want to teach your kids? Do you want to teach them to go through McDonald's, because it's the quick, easy, cheap way? Or do you want to teach them to make time on Sundays to prep some food so that they're eating good, healthy, whole foods? Fast is not better, easy is not better, and cheap is not better. You are what you eat. What you eat in private, you wear in public. I read that in a quote many years ago, and I think to myself, at 246-pound me, like, I was wearing those chicken wings and tater tots and cheddar and sour cream potato chips that I binged on in the privacy of my own home, that, I was searching for some kind of comfort. So whatever your struggle is, whatever your issue is, just focus on prayer. Focus on the fact that exercise movement is not meant to be a torture for you. It's meant to create some kind of freedom. And when you do that first workout, when you actually get started on a program, you're not going to want to quit. You're going to struggle, but that's okay. We all struggle. I'm 5 years in and I still struggle. If you're not struggling, you're not growing and you're not getting better. So just make that time for yourself. Make that commitment to yourself. Make that commitment to God, who created you in his own image. And he didn't intend for us to be unhealthy and overweight. He intended for us to go out and love and serve others. And so we have to live in a body that allows us to do those kinds of things. So just find something that you love and do it. And you don't have to be perfect at it. You're going to suck at it at first. You're going to want to quit. So what? Keep going. Every day you're going to get better. If you need help, I'm here.